Look, the other story I want to talk about is I would call it the biggest problem in journalism that's emerged in this country for decades, the cash for coverage controversy that no mainstream media are covering because it embarrasses them. I approached TVNZ yesterday to ask them just how much of their news product is for sale and what the price is. I got through to Rachel Howard. Now, Rachel Howard holds no, I don't think, executive power in TVNZ. She's their PR merchant, their spin doctor. She'll be pilling at least 300 or 400 a year for that job, 300 or 400 grand. But Rachel Howard is the spin doctor. First up, look, I asked her, I said, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this deal they did with ICA to have a whole lot of government climate change propaganda pushed out, how they bought stuff. And well, here's what I got back. First of all, she would not actually physically take my phone call. It was all text. Oh, I'm in a meeting, send an email. And this is classic. Ben knows this. This is classic. Let's slow the process down. Let's hope they go away. TVNZ, by the way, demands people come on camera and does this all the time. But not good enough for them, by the way, Crown owned by you, to do it back. So here is what I got from Rachel Howard, the spin doctor for TVNZ yesterday. Kia ora, Sean. Kia ora, that's a nice start. Apologies for missing your call. BS, you didn't want to take it. TVNZ will decline this interview opportunity. I'm happy to provide our position on this, however. So too afraid to answer free-flowing questions. TVNZ is a commercially funded business and advertising supports our journalism. Yep, I don't disagree with that. Transparency in advertising is important. Show us your rate card. We mark broadcast integration. So that's the new word. That's the new phrase for buying news stories. It's called broadcast integration, with elements like verbal and visual acknowledgement. So that is, we do say it's an ad and we're getting money for it. Sponsorship credits are marked on TVNZ Plus, which is their digital platform or internet platform. Digital integrations, including a sponsored by tag underneath the article headline. Shows like 7 Sharp and Breakfast take commercial integrations. Well, is it an ad or is it not an ad? No, it's this new thing called a commercial integration. It's an ad posing as news, and we're trying to describe it from looking like an ad as much as we possibly can. I suspect that's what a commercial integration is. Is it an ad? Is it not an ad? One News Bulletins and Current Affairs programming, Fair Go, Sunday, Q&A, Te Karare, do not take this type of advertising material. Oh, so you just hide it as a news, they just hide it as a news story, do they? This isn't new for us. 7 Sharp has been sponsored by ASB for 7 years, and Good as Gold is a regular feature, for example. Government agencies who advertise with us must follow the same commercial guidelines as other advertisers. Pity you didn't add those in your emails. Best, Rachel. So that's it. The greatest compromise of state broadcasting in my lifetime, and that's all we get. Now, I did, of course, came back cheekily. I said, so are you the person to front for an interview? Well, obviously she's not going to. And I said, is this ministerial? I sent her a thing of what was said in Parliament, or the ministerial response from Megan Woods, and I said, is this consistent with your statement? And I'm going to read it again this morning because I think you need to understand and hear, and we will put all of this rave up online. A breakdown of the $300,000 spent, this is from Megan Woods, in November 2022. The TVNZ One Climate Change Special aired on the 16th of November 2022 in partnership with onenews.co.nz. Is that a co-integration? Is that an ad, or what is it? The $300,000 cost was for a package which included a full 1-hour climate special screened in primetime TV1, the Climate Special TV episode. Online content hosted at onenews.co.nz and tvnz.co.nz, including a dedicated web page, digital banners, logo placement, and pre-roll commercials playing before video content. 5, and this is important, 5 One News articles, stories on the One News website. That isn't integrated, saying their ads. That is 5 stories. The government bought 5 stories. 5 One News social media posts, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram content. Breakfast integration. 5 interviews across a week on Breakfast TV with a range of eco and climate energy experts. Were they delineated, or is it this dirty little word for selling your news stories, integration? A 7 Sharp interview with an eco ambassador. Was that clearly delineated? License footage and talent, the rights to use all material created outside of TVNZ. A joint press release. Now that had me. Do you buy a joint press release with TVNZ? The hosting of the climate special on TVNZ Plus for 12 months. Episode is available to stream on demand for a full year after it goes live. The TVNZ partnership was a tailored media package. Okay. None of that is particularly consistent with Rachel Howard's simplistic claim that they have this thing called broadcast integration. And Rachel Howard, I know that even for 300, 400,000 grand a year at TVNZ as their spin doctor, you are only doing what your chicken SHIT bosses are telling you to. So I'm telling you to go back to them and say, front, explain this to us. Explain why they have abrogated all responsibility for the fundamental principles of journalism. And I want to ask them questions like, do you understand that pulling rubbish like this is why public trust in journalism is plummeting? So I'll give you another ring today, Rachel. Not personal, obvious, not good enough. Couple of paragraphs on a scandal like this from the country's largest taxpayer-funded and most influential media organisation is absolutely inadequate.